Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel where I serve sugar, spice and everything nice lifestyle. Today we have a special guest. I'll let him introduce himself to us.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for welcoming me to your channel. My name is Mwalimu Anunda a teacher by profession, teaching at a school in Nyeri County, school called Narumoro Boys.
Wow.
Yeah, yes.
What do you specialize in?
Mimi ni mwalimu wa Kiswahili na historia.
Yeah, like guys, I told you as the title depicts, we are today with the teacher Mwalimu and we are going to discuss on drug abuse and mental illness. So it's more of mental awareness and he's going to enlighten us more into that. So Mwalimu,
Yes, sir.
What happened? How did you end up being a drug abuse person?
Okay, it's a long story, but I can cut it short. I started my drug abuse when I was in class 4. My dad was an abuser. He used to take changa. You know, those guys who have been in Kisii County, changa is very common. Actually, naiwezi isha. So that my first drink was changa. And it was through my father. My father alikuwa ananituma and then he would let changa.
Let me cut you
kunywa
short.
Tu.
So you say it was the first drink. Kwa hivyo wewe hata kunyonya you didn't enjoy your mother's.
Okay, I was in class 4. I was around 10 years. Hiyo miaka ya kutumwa hapo ndio nilianzia kupiga mtindi
kupiga kabisa.
Yes.
You are the guru of it.
Yeah. So nikaanza kuzoea hapo. Hiyo primary school nikienda tu natumwa. So wakati naenda high school I even announced myself to be a changa what take
changa take.
So damu yangu ikazoea pombe hivyo. Yes. So even wazazi hawakujua sana, but some of my brothers knew that I always take changa.
And let me ask you, when you say your brothers knew and we are surely told we be our brother's keeper, they didn't raise an alarm or something?
They raised an alarm, and sometimes I was disciplined to stop. But
by who? By your mother or your father?
My brothers, my elder brothers. But I didn't. In high school, niliendelea kukunywa tu. But what I used to do, Jackie, is that though I was taking, I was also a good student.
Really? So
I used to work hard. Yes.
Where usiwambie hivyo juu they will give it as an excuse of like it's okay to drink and be still smart in school.
I was a good student, but I did not pass to my expectations.
Okay.
That's what happened. Yeah, I was a good student. I can pass, but I did not pass according to my ability. I was a person who was supposed to pass very well. Then,
so did you make to go to the higher learning like high school and college?
Yeah, I went to university. By the grace of God, I went to university, and university was not that good to me with the drugs.
Now as a young man, as a young child, as a young boy, how did that drug abuse affect you in your teenage? In terms of relating with people, relating with the society, relating, because I believe you digress to other level. If you are doing changa, did you get to the point of doing the hard stuff, the hardcore drug?
It really affected me. One way in which changa or drug abuse affected me before we go to the hard stuff. My education. Actually, in class 8, I was a person who was able to pass well, but I passed, but I did not pass very well. So one thing that a person is supposed to know is that drug abuse, pombe, will affect your education.
True.
Itaku affect too. Kitu ya kwanza. Another thing that affected me is that the people I started relating to were not that good people. Company yangu ilikuwa tu, hata tukikaa tu ni rende tu ya walevi. So relationship yangu haikuwa mzuri. Hard stuff ni wakati nimaliza high school, nimaliza campus. My campus life sikuwa associate na watu wenye Okay, by the way, I regret my life in campus. I wish ningerudi tena campus sahi. Soma vizuri. Because maisha yangu yote nilikuwa ya ulevi. Group 2 ulevi. You know, there's a lot you can do in campus.
So you didn't have time to even mingle like a young man. Did you have those sexual relationships? And you know, we understand drug leads to a lot of sexual immorality. So did you find yourself in any case? Can you advise a youth out there to what can they avoid? Because of course we know drugs and sexuality, sexual immorality goes hand in hand. Yeah, so
yeah, okay, tough. What? Okay, in campus I was in certain relationships. Yeah, of course they did not materialize
to anything.
Actually, I regret because one person who loved me so much in campus, I did not marry her just because of drugs. Because alikuwa naona kuna hope hapa, and alikuwa ananipenda. I remember since second year. So drugs what ilifanya ni kuwa na relationship na watu wa chini ya kiwango yangu. You know, my university material, okay, of course. I'm a graduate, but watu wenye nilikuwa na date, hata unaweza enda kwa club tu. Unapenda mtu wa club. Hiyo ndio nili happen. Ina flow, so it wasn't that good.
As a youth, you know like drugs, you end up, when you get too much into association with drugs, you end up even having psychological issue. What are some of the traumas that you can say that were given by the addiction of drug?
Addiction ililetea shida after, you know, wakati nimaliza university. I was lucky nilipata kazi ya kufunza Nairobi. Wakati nilifunza nikaingia mtu niliingia kwa kaza kutumia bangi. Nilitumia bangi for around 1 year. Full year nilimeza for bangi. Then wakati nimepata kazi ya serikali, nikaanza kuindulge sana. Nikapata siwezi jisustain. Unaona? So wajua sasa umekuwa mtu mzima, ni some responsibility you're supposed to do, pay school fees, you know what. So nikafika mahali nikapata nao nimeingia kwa stress ikaanza, how can I maintain my drinking? You know, sustaining, yeah. You know, early you can drink because you can use drugs as you want because you don't have responsibilities. You are a single, nobody asks for money. Mzazi unaweza mtumia 500, 1000, not that much. And you have lost focus. You're not focused on what you're supposed to do. So you can sustain your drinking. But now umepata kazi ya serikali. There are expectations from the family. Your brother is saying, can you build, fanya hivi, at least ukwe mtuko
stable.
So wakati ilifika hapo ikaniletea stress. So nikaanza kukunywa kumaliza stress, as people say that kunywa ndio malize stress. Nikapata depression. I was depressed for a whole year. Actually, I was depressed till I started now thinking of
being suicidal.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
What are the post depression reactions? Did you, after you get depressed, did you seek for healing? Did you go to counseling? What did you do in your life for you to be able to recover from the Anunga who's a drug addict to the person who's now not depressed anymore? Because actually I understand depression can lead to suicidal. Now tell us, how did you turn your life around?
Depression turned to suicidal thoughts, which I attempted.
How many times?
You know, some guys, I've done it I have said it severally, but I have tried. And I tried. You know, it's not easy for a person to say that I tried to kill myself.
You tried to kill yourself.
And
you look okay, you look good. I was like, you look so good. Me alikuwa nataka kujua nini.
I tried around 12 times. I tried 12 times, but it was not successful. I think it's because of the
what leads you to that? Explain to people. For you to get to that level, is it that it mess up with your brain? Does it mess up with your self-esteem? What does the drug does for people to get to the level of suicidal?
You are messed up everywhere. Kila kitu akili, the brain. Kwa hiyo kitu kwanza ni brain. Brain afika mahali sasa you are unable to think positively. No positive thoughts zinakuja. No positive thought inakuja. Very negative.
All the time.
All the time. Now you are depressed. Ukifika mahali unafikiria hivi Jackie. Wacha niende kuomba kazi. Unaona uwezi pata.
Already unajichapa, you self-beat yourself a lot.
Yes. Unaweza sema wacha tupige picha. Unasema mimi staki. You are depressed because unaona yani ujiamini sasa. You lack worth. You don't have confidence. Hata kazi unaona sizifunza. Imagine umesomea hesabu lakini unaogopa unaza. Watoto kweli wataona siwezi. You are done. You know when you lack confidence. You are done. You are now just existing. Wewe unangoja tu kifo.
You're just existing.
You are existing. You're not surviving. So wakati ilifika hapo nikaanza kufikiria vile najua.
Utajua.
Yeah, so I attempted 12 times, kuweka.
In this attempt yako ulianza na nini? Madawa zenyewe ama it's hanging yourself and all that?
Nilijaribu hanging, ikafail, shower yangu ikanguka. It frustrate.
Wow. Unasema frustrate and that is God working. It wasn't your time. It wasn't your time.
Alafu nikanunua dawa, hiyo dawa nilishinda kumeza. Alafu nilikunywa pombe sana. Actually, I drank from a Thursday to a Tuesday without taking anything. I wanted just to go, but I did not go. But the grace of God, sikuenda.
Amen.
Kutoka kwangu nilitoka by God. Actually, mimi sikuenda rehab.
You didn't go? That is the point I was about to ask you. Did you go to rehabilitation?
No.
Did you seek counseling? Who mentored you the work of? Because of course tunajuanga whenever you start maybe hardcore stuff, coming out is hard because you'll always be tempted to get a bunch of little dosage. So can you talk to somebody who is struggling with the same struggle that you went through out there? How you got advised or how you got yourself put together from even drinking?
What happened is nilianza kuwa na nia ya kubadilika. Nia. That thing that comes from you. No, this is not the kind of life I want.
You want to live.
I can live a better life. Ilianza kutoka ndani yangu.
So your purpose.
Yeah, purpose. I started now nikaanza kutafuta help. Nikaanza kusema baadaye nikana kuangalia na hiyo wakati nilikuwa nakunywa bado lakini nilikuwa nataka help. So naweza enda club, naweza sema mimi nataka kuacha.
So you opened out. You opened to people like you really don't want to drink this.
And that one took a lot of time. Nia yangu ilianza a whole year. Nataka kuacha lakini naona nashindwa. So nikaanza kutafuta help. Naweza pata friend. Hata tunakunywa naye. Namwambia mazee nataka kuacha hiki kitu. How can I stop it? Anakuwa advisor kama 𝐸𝐴𝐾𝐒. I go to Google. Nilikuwa naangalia na Google, Google how can you stop? I remember nilikuwa naangalia notes zenye nilikuwa nimeandika how to stop. Naandika hata tarehe, naandika notes how to stop drinking alcohol, do this, go to church, or coca, believe in yourself. Nilikuwa nimeandika hizo notes, but bado naenda na kukunywa. What I'm saying is the first thing it starts from within. From within. First kuwa na hiyo nia ya kutaka kuacha. Pana nia, pana njia.
Where there's a will, there's way.
There's way. So that hiyo will ikakuwa very strong. So wakati nimejaribu kukufa ikakosekana, a way came in. You can move out. And that way was through God.
Wow.
Yeah. So God came in a very mysterious way. Wajua mimi nimeona mkono wa Mungu.
So in short, it's a testimony, guys. So in short, you can say basically it's you and God.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are like, they lament, I've not been taken to rehab.
Yes.
I don't have somebody who's holding me hands.
Those are excuses. Stop giving excuses. Start from you. You wewe mwenyewe say no. Ukisema mimi nataka kuacha kitu na uongee ndani yako, si kuongea kwa mdomo. When you speak life
to yourself.
Yeah, when you talk, you wanasemanga when you talk you possess. So ikitoka ndani yako,
out of abundance of the mouth, of the heart, the mouth speaks.
The mouth speaks. Ukiongea hivyo, njia itapatikana. Utaanza kuomba help. Utaanza kutafuta help. So help will come in through God. Then take a step. Take a step. You nataka courage.
Yeah. Nasikia watu courage and
inataka courage. Very courageous enough. You say now I've stopped.
Yeah.
Ukistop unasema saa ukiamua tu waache saa friends watakuwa kitu rahisi.
That's what I was about to do, to ask you. After you stopped drinking, did you still keep the same friends? Ama your circle changed? Your association walikutoroka, like they quote unquote you boring?
What happened with the friends is that there's a lot of talking about friends. Friends waliongea vibaya. Actually what they said most of the time is that nimekaliwa na bibi. Nimekaliwa na maisha.
Before we get to that, now when you came out of this addiction, did you get somebody? Did you get somebody who liked you, or they were running away and saying?
I got married when I was a drunkard.
Wow,
that's a fun thing. That's why I'm nampenda sana kwa sababu nilipenda nikiwa.
That is a preaching by itself. So to speak to a lady out there, mwenye anaona mtu wake huku anakunywa.
Actually, a solution is kumwacha.
It's not a solution.
Yeah. You are in that person for a reason. You know, you are in that marriage for a reason. God brought you your life that person for a reason.
For a reason, yeah.
You can do something
about it.
Can you talk well that guy? I remember my wife used to talk to me.
Speak to ladies because wanasema kimutu kyangu kinakunywanga, huyu si mtu, huyu si baba watoto. So speak to them.
Actually, what my wife used to do is to talk. She used to talk to me at 4 a.m. almost every day in a lovely manner. So
wasichana mmesikia, sikumshautia.
Sikushout in the morning. Alikuwa ananiambia I remember the words. But alikuwa ananiambia baadaye unajua unaweza ishi maisha mengine tofauti na haya.
Wow.
Akaniambia, nikamwambia baadaye niko na stress. Akaniambia baadaye, do you know kuna umuhimu sana ya kuwa hai kuliko kuna umuhimu ya kuwa hai kuliko kuwa na pesa.
It's true.
I mean, you're not alive.
It's true.
Hii si maisha unanyonaka.
It's true.
So hizo words nilikuwa nazikataa, lakini nikienda mahali nilikuwa nasikiza hiyo sauti. Ilikuwa inanisukuma. So go and talk that man of yours, as long as that man is not violent.
That's what I was about to ask you too. Let me cut you short. Is there any sense in this drug abuse? Because drug abuse go hand in hand with GBV. We have had a lot of cases of gender-based violence, and you find, of course, people will tell the woman not to stay there and die in a marriage where the person is violent. So were you the type where you beat your woman when she tells you the truth, or were you the type of you would speak life?
Okay.
And understand what she's saying? Or did your ego overcome? Because another thing you need to talk to those men out there, the ego. You have ego issues as well, men.
Yeah.
And they don't want to listen.
Yeah. But me, I wasn't very violent. I was not violent that much. I used to respect her because your time alikuwa na mtoto wangu, and sometimes she used to alikuwa anasema she used to fund my drinking.
What?
Alikuwa ananiambia mbaya kaje hivyo, yani wajua wakati sikuwa nimekuja niko na stress, ananiambia tuende ushike huku.
She used to be the one telling
so that you can be happy.
Okay.
Because you know wajua bila pombe sometimes inakuondolea sadness. That's why I'm saying she's a different lady. Wengine. And so I was saying nataka umeipata wanaume wamekaa kwa bar wanasema mazini bibi yangu na mheshimu.
Yeah, they do.
But the guy is a drunkard. Lakini nasema it's because of how that lady treats that man when he's drunk.
So the treatment was, I want you to speak to men who are different from you. Because kuna mwenye akiambiwa na he's a dictator. Akiambiwa wewe baba nani acha this drinking, they shout too much. They shout too much. Let me
tell men, that lady that is there in your life, the Bible says that whoever gets a wife gets a good thing.
And obtains favor. Underline obtains favor from God.
That woman you have is a blessing to you. When Mlevi, just respect her and also be responsible. If you must drink, take care of her. Lipa fee, lipa nyumba, those things, and respect her. There's no need to kuja unagombana. But hii life is short. Mama nao wanataka maisha mazuri. It's good to be happy.
It's true.
Because why can't you bring? Why are you supposed to bring sadness to the life of another person? Why? Kujua kila mtu ana maisha yake, si ndio? You don't need to lete mtu mwingine shida. Kama umeshindwa na yeye, yes, acha naye with peace. With peace, yes. So that hiyo familia kama unakunywa by the pombe imeandikwa enjoy, sio? You're supposed to enjoy
it.
Why enjoy and ulete mwingine shida zako? Ndio.
Kweli.
And there is sometimes ukipata una waste a lot of money. Of course it adds sadness in your life. I'm talking about life. Maisha. Angalia maisha yako unaishi. Wewe utakufa tu na umeishi maisha ambayo hayana raha.
It's true.
Kama unaona uwezi fund,
achana nayo.
Kama unaweza funding, wacha nikwambie, funding ita affect mtu. Wacha nikwambie ukweli. Sasa hii kufund pombe, you are affecting people. Look here. Hiyo pesa yenye ungekuwa unatumia hiyo pesa unatumia kukunywa. I'm very sure kuna mtoto bayana ngozu.
It's true.
Kuna asubuhi mtoto wako anakunywa.
Ama hata hiyo boma yake yeye mwenyewe hawajakula. It's true.
So it's not easy to find drinking all the time. Hadi kila siku unakunywa. Hata Uhuru Kenyatta alikuwa anasema nilikuwa nasikia Uhuru Kenyatta ni mlevi, but I don't think alikuwa anakunywa kila siku. Ni ngumu.
Now let me go to this question. You said you learned from your father, and I believe right now you have children. So speak out to a parent out there on the fact that children pick things from what they see. And unfortunately, you picked that drug addiction from your own parent. What would you speak out to a parent out there who's having a young boy, a young lady, on how to...
I want to speak that word strongly. In a strong way. Parents, if you are drinking, don't drink in front of your kids. You are affecting the life of that kid. He or she is going to copy what you are doing. Most of the families nowadays, unaweza pata umelea mtoto vizuri, but unapata amepotelea university, amepotelea mahali, alifika mahali akakuwa drug addict. Na ni wewe, mnaenda out, unakaa hapa na mwambia wewe kunywa soda, kunywa Tusker. Fanya hivi. Siku unaenda kukunywa, wacha kwa watoto wako. Endo kunywa. Kama ni out, go out. Let not your kid know that you're a drunkard. Especially the youth of nowadays. Let them not know that you're a drunkard. Don't come home with alcohol. Why must you?
People are making, post corona kulikuwa na a lot of people are making sellers in their houses, and so advocating that dia nakunywanga, so kamoja ni kadogo, they say digestion. So what do you say?
Wewe unasema juu ya First Timothy, unasema tu literal wine is good for digestion. And then Timothy is saying so. This is Paul writing to Timothy. But what the Bible says about it, what it does not advocate for drunkardness.
True.
Ulevi, sio? Wacha kuexpose mtoto wako na pombe, especially hawa wasai. Wakitambo labda walikuwa tofauti, lakini wasai don't expose them to alcohol. You're going to affect. Wewe, for example, wewe unakunywa because you can fund, uko na kazi. Huyo mtoto atamaliza form 4, hatapata kazi.
It's true.
Solution itakuwa nini?
Drug addiction na kunywa kwe reckless.
Na kutoka ni ngumu. Kuna watu wengine wanasema ati, kuna kitu kingine naonanga watu wakisema ati watu rich wako na baa kwa nyumba. Nataka uende rehab Kenya. Go and visit a rehab. Mimi nimeenda huko. vijana matajiri wako hapo.
It's true.
Suffering. Wazazi wanalia. Mzazi akona mashamba vizuri, alitengeneza familia yake vizuri, but he made a mistake. Exposed his kid to alcohol at a very early age. So imemuingia. Wamejaa huko, wanashindwa kutoka. Mzazi anashindwa sasa mtapea nani burden, and it's becoming so both gender, it's true, it's both gender. So like now, a survivor, what is your parting shot on youths, any person who is having a relative who's addicted, any person who's going through it? What is your parting shot? What can you tell people? Because hii kitu inasumbua watu kusema kweli mwalimu. Sana.
A lot of mental illness out here, and because of drug addiction, and we are wondering what to do. The other day we had few people who killed themselves
because
of the same. So what can you tell them?
What I can say, let me categorize those who have people who are drug addicts. Your family member. One, don't lose hope with that person. That is your family member. There's a song, Zilly Dolly, somebody who talks about the family. That's your family member. What you do, continue talking to that guy. Continue talking. Don't lose hope. Because at the end, alcohol kills. You know, the devil comes to steal, to take and kill. Hakuna haja ufanye mchango wakati wa kifo yake. Continue talking to that person. Talk to him. Show him love. And when you are correcting that person, correcting that person with love, and make sure you are very firm. Si mnaenda kumbembeleza, kunywa uji, tunakupenda. No.
So
be very firm.
You be firm in terms of mwambie ukweli. Mainze,
yes.
You speak the truth.
Yes. Mwambie you are a good person, you're going to get a job, unaweza ishi maisha mzuri, you have good children, you have a job. But hii kitu unafanya ni mbaya.
True.
Nothing, don't enable us. You have enablers of alcoholism.
Sponsorship.
Mnafika mahali mwambia sasa tunakulipia fees. No. Atakuwa more irresponsible. So those people who are having alcoholics, talk to them. Also, rehabs ziko, if you are able.
Talk to them, in fact, even in terms of even the hardcore. Unajua kuna wenye nao wako na hardcore, msi amezoea heroin.
Heroin is
haizi survive. He can't survive without heroin or cocaine or the other one that we saw the other day in Mombasa, of a certain pill, over-the-counter pills that are being used. What do you talk about? Even the pharmaceutical.
Yes, all those things. So Hannah,
being a survivor,
I have to say this, one thing that you're supposed to, there is God in heaven. Sometimes hizo vitu unaambiwanga tukitunga iwezi mkiozisha. Tuna Mungu ambaye anaosha. Ukienda kwa Yesu anaosha kwa damu ya Yesu.
It's true.
You will be okay. Me, I did not go to her rehab. Niliacha na kesho yake niendelea na maisha because niliokoka na nikaosha. That's another way to watch.
Okay.
Yes.
Be convicted that you don't want to use the drugs, guys.
And also have faith in God. Faith, God will help you. Hizo tamaa zote zitaisha. Utaisha maisha mazuri. So that's another thing. The last thing, of course, watoto nao achana kuwa expose pombe. Saa hii imefanya watu wengi wanajiua. Society imekuwa nyingi sana. So I think that's the last words.
Guys, as you've heard, Mwalimu Anunda is somebody who survived from drug abuse, mental illness, and really has a good family, which it depicts very well. You out there who's sick mentally, who's sick into drugs so much, you can change your life and be a person who's better and important to the society. So Mwalimu, kindly tell us where we can find you.
Yeah, me niko Nyeri. I'm in Nyeri County.
Media.
And I do talk. I'm in Mwalimu Anunda. I am in YouTube.
Yeah.
In Facebook, Ezra Anunda Mugusu. I do talk to students in high schools. If you are a teacher and you're watching me, pay contacts. Niende niongee nao vijana. We work with them. We only need to change one so that you can help a generation.
True.
Yes.
It's making impact through mental awareness and drug abuse awareness. So,
Yes.
guys, I'll leave all the contacts on the link below. Comment, and you can get in touch with him, and maybe you get blessed. We only need to change 1, 2, 3 people for the society to be a better person and reduce the drug addiction that we're having right now.
Yeah.
So it is all for today, guys. Thank you so much. Say something to my people.
Bye. Continue liking, support 𝐿𝐾𝐒254.
Yeah, he said it. And also, guys, go and support his channel.
Yes.
And we'll be blessed.
Mwalimu Anunda official channel. Thanks.
Hello, cats.